Yeah, it's a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The show comes on every week.
Every week. The show is on Friday, and today is Saturday. In the TV world.
in the TV.
But they have no idea that it's actually December of 2022.
That kind of just confused me. You know I'm really bad with like time, quantum leaps and halls and multiverses.
Yeah, I got it. But yeah, here we are.
Yeah,
here we are. Okay.
Some people watch the show and they'll DM you and be like, good luck tonight. No matter what happens, you're gonna be a winner to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? No matter what happens, it already happened.
Hi, it's Bianca Del Rio, and we're back at the pit stop where we recap everything RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15. And joining me today is Season 12 winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, who claims to be the essence of beauty, although the jury's out on that one, Miss Jaida Essence Hall.
Hello, America and world out there, and you bitch. How are you?
How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you? You look great.
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing the best that I can.
I see you're wearing shoes today.
I am wearing shoes. I don't know if you've heard, but I actually had some footwork.
I heard.
Yeah, and now I moved into heels again, so I actually feel somewhat human.
Can I see your toes?
I'll show you after, off camera, girl. We got a
Has
toe
anybody
reveal.
else asked you that?
Yeah, we got a toe reveal coming out.
Oh.
Do you know how many people have actually sent me messages and said, you really got your toes done? Like, they think I did get them.
You didn't?
No, I didn't get them plumped, but I had surgery. But people will believe anything. Next thing you know, they're gonna say,
I'm a man.
So, Jaida, I'm glad that you're here. And this is your first time in the Pit Stop studio.
This is my first time in the Pit Stop studio. This is not my first time in the pit.
No.
In the studio right here, I've
yeah.
done it like maybe 2 or 3 other times from my home.
Yes, you've done a lot from your home.
I've done one from my home.
Yeah, you won from your home. Well, for those of you who don't know, Miss Jaida here was the COVID queen. She won during COVID, and I must confess, Drag Race got me through the pandemic. So it was nice to actually see you win. And it sucks that it happened during COVID, but it did bring a lot of joy to people, didn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot of people stayed at home and they watched the show. Like, even my father was watching, and he called me one of the Fridays and said, thank you for being on the show, because literally for him and his wife, it was giving them something to watch.
Oh, isn't that sweet? They didn't say they were proud of you?
Yeah, no, well, no. And then he followed that with, how did you win that challenge this week?
Oh, I thought he was gonna say, how did you win at all? Because that's what we were thinking. So, you were just at Fashion Week, right?
Yes, I was. It was fabulous.
And how was that? I've never been.
Look, Fashion Week was sickening. It was my first time ever going to Fashion Week, which is something that I've dreamed of my entire life. I didn't have any idea about what the hell cross-dressing was at that point in my life when I was younger, but I knew that I always was involved in fashion. I always wanted to be like a model. I always wanted to design or do.
Of course, and you're one of the few who can actually sew a decent, pretty garment.
Yes.
What's crazy is that I've never been to Fashion Week, so was it as exciting as it is when you're watching it?
It was super exciting because first day, me and Bosco both walked in the show for Kukulele Shaheen.
Oh.
And it was like.
Oh, wait, so you weren't just watching, you were also a model.
We were watching and participating.
Oh, excuse me.
See, it's some of the girls just pull up to judge the clothes when they should be watching them.
Well, can you really judge clothes that you can't afford? I mean, girl, you've seen some of them bitches. Let's be real. They act like Fashion Week is a gig. Girl, you're in the audience, 4th row. Yeah. So you had a good time?
Yes, I had a fabulous time. And I got to sit front row next to Miss Julia Fox.
How was that?
She was hungry.
Did she look good in person?
Fantastic in person. And then she literally said, I'm so hungry in the middle of the show.
Really?
To her, like her best friend and stylist. And then she said, yeah, me too. And then she went, and this was the most iconic line she delivered after that.
Please.
You think we should get a sandwich after this?
Look at that.
To which her friend responded, we'll talk about that after this.
Exactly. There's a time and place for hunger.
Better than a hungry bottom.
Oh, that's a whole other story. Well, truly, especially after Chipotle. Anyway, that's another story.
Okay,
Tell me.
You can go in with me. I want to open a club where we sell things like chili dogs.
Yeah.
Just food for people that might be dancing and exhausted.
Yeah, so you want to call it Happy Bottoms.
I would sloppy bottoms.
Well, sloppy bottoms would be good because no matter what. But I think it would be nice to actually give back to the community.
Back to the community.
Yeah.
Call it mud butts.
Yeah. Well, like my good friend Lady Bunny says, diarrhea is a water-based lubricant. Now, also...
I love strong people. Some people can push through anything.
And they really can. Find the way. Find the way. Also, speaking of you've been in Vegas. No, I mean, Las Vegas. It's
Las Vegas.
For a certain type of person, but you've been there appearing in the RuPaul's Drag Race show at the Flamingo Casino. How has that experience been?
It's been sickening. Like, literally, we do it Thursday through Mondays, 5 nights a week. We do like 1 show a night, except Fridays, we're gonna be doing 2. I'm there all the way through July, and then hopefully soon there will be another role I'll be doing.
Oh, really? Can you talk about it?
I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, maybe I could, maybe I can't. I don't know, but I'll be
Oh, brilliant. Oh, and guess who just turned off this show? So who are your favorite queens so far? If you had to pick a winner, who's your front runner right now?
Oh, that's so shady.
No, it's not shady.
Well, not really, I guess.
You know, I could ask you who you hate.
I'm gonna say this is kind of an easy, I'm gonna say easy choice, but it's true. She's won 2 challenges already. She's sickening as hell. She's icon, she's mother. I'm gonna say Sasha Colby.
So last week was the 200th episode. Can you believe that it's been 200 episodes of that much Drag Race out in the world?
Yes.
You can?
Yes, I can.
And as a young dragling, did you think it would be this wild, this internationally loved, this big in the world?
I remember watching the show specifically. The first time I ever saw it, I was like at my boyfriend's mother's house on the love seat, and I'm like, oh, we'll see what this is giving.
What
and
season?
I was watching, it was season 1. It was the episode when Akasha slipped.
Oh, okay, that was your introduction to it.
That was my introduction. I said, girl, she falling all on the stage. If that was me, I would win.
So I heard that you originally auditioned for season 7. Now, how do you think things would have gone if you would have done that season instead of season 12?
I don't fully would have lost. I fully would have lost. I feel like I would have been very naive. I remember that when I auditioned, both Trixie and I, because we're both from Milwaukee, we both auditioned, and we had like this fashion show that we did together, speaking of Fashion Week. And we were there, and I was like, girl, you're gonna get on the show. And we do. And she was like, no, I think you'll get on. Bitch, I was right.
All right, Jaida, you ready to get into it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Last week, your front runner, Miss
Sasha.
Yes, it took me a minute. Sasha is the first queen to win 2 challenges, and she won for that gorgeous crystal ball, amazing look that she had on. What'd you think of the outfit?
She knows what she's doing. The look was incredible, and deserve it, you know.
And you're enjoying her this season,
Yeah,
right?
I love her.
Yeah, she's got the full package, and I gotta say, when you've got that face and that body, you really can't go wrong.
I mean, if we talking about what we already saw when she said, I'm wearing my body, that was last week when she said it. She said she has her body out, she's wearing her body because she's the only girl who can.
There you go. I think it was this week, but yes, nonetheless, that works. Yeah, it was this week. Now, Jaida, you won both of your design challenges on All Stars.
Yeah.
What do you think is key when trying to create a costume in a short period of time and obviously on a budget?
Remember, it's not a garment putting together challenge, it's a design challenge. So I think it's important to always have something that they can see, an idea, something original, something creative. Even if you're not the best sewer, you don't have to sew to come up with a concept. And Selena inspired me to give y'all this piece of advice.
Tell me.
If you don't know how to sew, leave non-stretch fabric stuff alone.
Ooh, that's satin. Last episode. That's satin.
I love her, but that's satin, bitch. Satin is dangerous.
You know who hated her? That zipper. That's who hated her. You saw the back of that girl. That zipper needed a root canal. Those teeth were screaming. It was just wrong on every level. And sadly, last week, Spice was the queen to sashay away. What did you think of the twins?
I really love like a Bratz doll.
Agreed.
So I loved them for that. Getting to know Spice longer throughout the competition, even though Sugar wasn't there, I feel like it makes you want to know more about the sisters together. You know what I mean?
I thought they were endearing, which I did not expect. So I totally did, you know, a turnaround on all of them. I thought, you know what, I really kind of like them. So back in the workroom, here we go again. We got Miss Lucy LaDuca complaining that she should, people aren't liking me. And it's got Mistress cracking up. What are you thinking about this?
Girl, I love Mistress because Mistress is so Texas, girl.
Yes, it's shady.
It's shady, and it's like I said, it's giving me old Drag Race. And even with the kind of shade that she's delivering is like, if we were at the bar, it wouldn't be giving, it's a shady moment. It would just be giving, girl, shut up. You know what I mean?
It's all reality.
It's reality, you
It's
know
all
what I
reality.
mean?
And if you've got a bitch who complains every episode, she was pulling out the stops going, I won 3 challenges. No, you didn't. You won 1.
And 2 minis.
You know what I can't stand is that here it was Sasha was living in her moment of winning the challenge, and this bitch, I won 2. Shut the fuck, nobody talking to you about you. And then to make matters worse, you got Marsha coming in with her now, talking about she thought she was gonna be in the top, and then they're always fighting for second place. Who fights for second place? Who?
Lucy needs to say how she's feeling, girl. If you're upset about not getting a win or you're upset, you are entitled to be upset and have your opinion about the work that you are doing.
And what did you say about the mini challenge?
This is the thing. Most of the mini challenges sometimes don't even aid. You don't even see on the show. So,
in that case, I won 15 mini challenges and 42 main challenges.
I've won the most mini challenges ever.
There you go.
When we did All-Stars, we did 4 in one day.
I forgot you did do All-Stars 7.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
It was sickening. It was so, I think the best part about it all was like meeting the girls because like, again, I won during the pandemic, so a lot of them I didn't have the chance to meet. And then it's
How
like,
lucky you met Raja before she died.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, she's still alive.
Well, not technically.
She's dead.
I mean, she's moving.
Her spirit.
She's dead inside.
Her spirit is dead.
Yeah. I hear it's very holy. This is a visual. Lucy prodding mistress. Did you see Lucy prodding mistress to go after Marsha when Marsha thought she should have been in the top?
Oh, yeah.
You saw that?
See, yeah. She tried to throw
like,
it
ooh,
in there.
go after her, go after her. And you don't remind this group of bitches that I did good too.
Yeah.
That's it. That is an open opportunity, especially with somebody like Mistress, who I love. But I must say, do you think that she's like the stir of the
Mistress?
season? Or pot stir, or whatever you people say?
I don't even know if she's a pot stirrer. I just feel, maybe.
If you say some bull like that, then she's gonna go.
She just reminds me of like, girl, I see it, I'm gonna say it.
Yes.
And we're gonna be painting in the back and having a cocktail. I'll do a shot with you in a moment.
But I'm gonna read your ass first.
But I'm gonna read you really fast. I'm just call it out.
That's what I love.
That's it, yeah.
That's what I love. So we can see that Lucy has been definitely unsatisfied with being safe this season. But now on season 12, Jan was famously safe for the Madonna challenge. What do you remember of this moment, since you were there?
I remember.
Wait. Let's just take it for the record that you sat there for a second laughing. Go ahead, continue your laugh.
I'm laughing because
you hate her.
I'm laughing. I love
you hate her. You hate her.
I'm laughing because it was giving so much like Lucy, where it was giving like clearly upset, but then being like, but I'm not mad. I remember the first thing I told Jen, I'm like, girl, when you turned around, the cameras might not have been able to see her face. Bitch. It was the turnaround and went, and I said, oh, she is not happy today,
She's
mama.
not.
At all. And I love it. She was like upset that she was safe. And meanwhile, I'm in the back, I'm like, thank God.
Safe is like, I'm good. It's like waiting for test results. I'm good.
That's
I'm
good.
Thank you.
I
stepping.
lived to another day.
Yes, bring it. I'm good now. Yes.
Bring it on. Let's change that.
Yeah, bring 3 or 4.
Let's get some syphilis in here.
Let's clap for chlamydia. So Ru enters and announces that for the Maxi Challenge this week, the queens will be doing interviews in the news magazine show 50-50. What do you think of this challenge?
I love it. I always grew up watching 2030.
2020.
2020?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Thank God you're pretty. Now, do you think that this challenge is going to actually showcase them? Because I don't find much of them to have that type of personality that lends itself to an interviewing style. Because it ain't easy.
Well, you know what? Before I thought in my mind, I said, why do we do a Lollapalooza SmackDown? I said, it's kind of like giving away the girls' talent if they need it.
Yeah.
But then it's also, we're calling it out to see if you have it there. In drag, we are asked to do a lot of stuff, and we want to see what you can do.
Agreed. Now, how do you think you would have done in this game? Because, I mean, you have a podcast, and you actually host stuff, so you're comfortable in this environment, right?
Don't ask me, ask the producers of this goddamn program. I'm here. I'm here for the interview. Look at this. I'm literally Frankie Grandeing your interview to your Malaysia. I'm taking control of this. Welcome to the pit stop.
Now, if you would have had personality like this on your season, I would have rooted for you.
Damn.
What do you think is the trick to doing well?
Number one is you have to be a listener and you have to care to listen.
What? Got it.
Okay,
All right.
perfect.
So we covered that.
And then I guess that's it. No.
The thing is, you just have to be yourself. Even though I'm saying that as we sit here in wigs. The thing is, you have to be yourself, and that is where your charm or your reality kind of comes through.
Speaking of interviews, didn't you have like an interview moment on season 6?
Oh, we did. They offered us our own talk show to be RuPaul. Our special guest was Miss Georgia Holt, who is Cher's mom, and Chaz Bono, Cher's son. And they said also it's a special guest that's gonna be on set. And all of these queens, these dumb bitches going, it's Cher, it's Cher. It was like a owl.
Ooh. I would have assumed it was Cher.
No, bitch, the budget was spent.
Maybe it's Cher's owl.
Ooh. Could be. Ooh.
Is it?
Ooh.
Done it.
That could be Cher's vocal coach.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's me in the club when you see somebody with a big bulge. Ooh.
That's your call? Ooh.
Ooh.
How do you feel about gray sweatpants season?
Gray sweatpants season, I go, ooh, and then I never get
I mean, you've got to be ballsy, literally,
Okay.
to wear gray sweatpants. You know, you really got to have it together.
But this is the tea, for real.
Tell me.
Gray sweatpants season, everybody's always gagging for the bulge.
Yeah.
Where are the people who are loving the cake?
Well, I gotta agree with you because you know when Lady Bunny wears gray sweatpants,
See, now I'm out of
it gets
that.
me hot and I thought, wow, what an ass! It was a hemorrhoid. So the queens have to work in groups, either with one or two other queens. If this was a challenge on season 12, who from your cast would you have worked with? And don't say Heidi.
I'm not gonna say Heidi.
Okay, good.
But I think it would have been fun to work in that challenge with like Crystal. Yeah, because I think that like when interviewing big personalities, Crystal she's
a big personality. Yeah.
And she's also very silly.
We see Ru assign the groups. Okay, we have Marcia and Sasha who'll be interviewing Charo. The best, I love her. And then we've got Anitra, Lucy, and Malaysia who'll be interviewing Frankie Grande.
Tea.
Then we've got Lux, Mistress, and Selena who will be interviewing Love Connie.
Love Connie.
Now, who from this season would you want to be in a group with?
I would pick Frankie Grande, not even because of the girls, because I feel like I know that I would be able to deliver.
That you could get a good interview.
Yeah.
We also see that they have to do 3 different types of interviews, which is walk and talk, activity, and sit down. Now, which one would you have wanted to do and why?
I could do all of them, I feel like.
Excuse me,
I
she's
think-
confident.
I think
She's confident.
I think I could do it all. I'm a woman for the field, but I do think also for myself, what I would like to do is sit down.
The sit-down interview.
Sit down and get deep.
Now, first up, we see the Love Connie group, which is again Selena, Lux, and Mistress. What did you think?
I think in this group,
It was a mess. It's one of those weird things where they didn't get the vibe of what Connie was about. And with the sit down, Selena was talking all over her, and there's nothing worse than talking over your guests. Because quit talking. I'm talking.
Okay.
The thing is that they keep talking over the guests, and
and
I
they
found
just
that very
always- every time.
talking over the guest, and that's
Or the
not
host.
the way to do it.
I think when you have
Stop
an interview,
talking
I think
over.
the part
It's
about an
important
interview,
to
in an
actually
interview,
listen
it's important
and hear each
to
other.
say what you
That's
want to
what
say
needs to happen.
and ask what you want to
God,
ask. Regardless of when it
in the
is,
middle of
in the
something, and
comments,
the
I'm not
thing
gonna
is,
sit
listen
here.
to what they're saying.
Bianca.
Truthfully, Jaida,
Yeah.
I hear you. We totally
There we
agree
go.
on this.
And I'm done. No, I need the check.
Okay.
Let me get back over here.
And then I thought Lux was good with the golf cart
Yeah.
scenario, but I didn't think that she asked one question about food.
I felt like her energy was in the right spot.
Yes.
Then it fell apart. Where are the questions?
Right, and I didn't find it to be an actual interview. So then we've got Mistress in the kitchen with Love Connie. Uncomfortable. Here is a bitch who doesn't shut up on the show, talking smack about everybody, and she goes cold.
Yeah.
Literally goes cold.
I think that she was probably very intimidated about what it was. And the personalities, sometimes personalities are big, but when you're doing an interview, you have to somehow, whatever is going on, grab the reins and be like, at least in your head, be like, okay, wait, I'm in control of this situation.
I was quite surprised by that. Next, we see the Charo group, which is Sasha and Marcia.
I thought this group was interesting, I would say. I think that Sasha, the energy she had when she tossed the cards away, if she had had that energy the entire time, we would have gotten a better interview. I think she was fun.
You could tell that she had an affection towards Charo, which everybody does, because she's amazing. I mean, I love Charo. And I thought, all right, this is not going in the direction it should, but let me have fun.
Yeah.
So that was evident, and that was the star. But then we had the polar opposite when we're dealing with Marcia. This bitch did not understand anything. Did you not see her struggling, or just bullshit her way, going?
I think the thing was it was giving, I'm listening, but I'm also at the same. It's like I'm pretending to listen.
Yeah.
But I'm also at the same time thinking of what I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah. And Charo, let's be real, Charo is funny as
hilarious.
The she was saying was beyond funny. And then I thought, okay, the one time Marcia actually gets through, okay, she has the nerve to ask her how old she is. Girl.
That's not a question I wanna know.
By the way, how old are you? How old?
24.
Oof, you look horrible for your age.
Thank you. At least I'm young, so whatever. I'll look whatever I look like. I'm feeling young. Bianca, you bitch.
They say black don't crack.
Unless you're smoking it. How old are you?
Girl.
Exactly.
Look at me. Look at me, the shining symbol of success you see standing before you, sitting before you. I'm not gonna lie, I have no secrets. I have no to give. Everybody knows that I am 28. The next group is the Frankie Grande group, which has Lucy, Anitra, and Malaysia in the group. How did you think they did?
Lucy did an amazing job.
I thought Lucy was engaging. Lucy was listening to what Frankie had to say. This is what she does best. This is that turnaround moment where I thought, okay, she's shining in this moment.
But you could also tell that she was being herself in the interview and just asking questions that she probably was just curious about. I think that was the same thing that happened with Anitra too, because Anitra asked a lot of questions, but you could tell she was listening, and no matter what Frankie said, she had a question based off of something correlating to what he was already talking about.
I thought that she was a little nervous in the beginning, but then it seems like Frankie put her at ease.
Yeah.
But then Frankie was working overtime with that last bitch, Miss Malaysia Foxy Brown. I think that it was T.S. Madison who said it best, that basically Frankie was running the interview. Frankie took over. It was like the Frankie show, and Malaysia happened to be there as set decoration.
Yeah.
Now, overall, was there one group that did it for you?
I would say the last group.
The last group, because there was at least two out of there.
2 out of 3 were very good.
Yeah, I definitely think it's Lucy, Anitra, Sasha that were the shining moments, yes. Also last week, Spice mentioned that she was in her top era. Which era are you in, Jaida?
Right now, I'm in my getting my bag era, where it's like, as in, I'm working extremely a lot, but I'm enjoying working. It's something that I've never really worked this much in my life before. Not because I was wealthy, just because I was a lazy
So you see them in the workroom. We hear Sasha mentioning Beyonce and thinking, somewhat possibly, maybe in a hypothetical world, that Beyonce might have seen Sasha, which is where Sasha Fierce came from.
I know that Sasha is a dancer. She knows a lot of dancers, so I believe that.
Are you saying Beyonce is a thief? I think that's what you said.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to rap. Oh, they coming for you, girl. The hive is coming. The hive is
What
coming.
do you think the hive is gonna say?
Oh, I don't know. Listen, she wasn't dead serious. She didn't say this actually happened, but she said it could have possibly happened.
I would just say Mistress was feeling away, too. She said, what a fairy tale.
So we get to our runway, and our runway is Night of 1,000 Beyoncés.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think of this runway?
First of all, I'm like giving, finally, mama. Like, what the is season 15? Why we haven't already had a Night of 1,000 Beyoncés? Probably twice. And then also, I'm very jealous.
What Beyonce look would you have done?
Okay, if my body was right and I was fierce enough, I would have done the high pony from the Met Gala.
That's nice.
And show a little body, but also like Sasha said, she was the only one who could, so I...
Yeah, I know, I know. First up, I want your hot take on what you think of the look. We have Miss Lux Noir London.
Lux is looking hot, just giving flames.
Yeah.
She's giving classic Beyonce look.
And you can't go wrong with a Bob Mackie.
Yeah.
Even if it's a knockoff.
That wasn't the real one?
No, bitch. So it's kind of like that Beyonce, RuPaul / Tina Turner moment. I thought she delivered, and it was a look that I completely forgot about until I saw it on the runway. Next we have Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Ooh.
Genius.
Baby, it was a moment.
First of all, I'm pissing myself. All right, puppets that are Kelly and Michelle. This Tina Knowles original gown, I think it's brilliant.
Look, she looks good. I'm glad that somebody thought to do Destiny's Child era B. But then also not forget about the girls.
I really wanted her to lip sync and see what happens with those puppets. Only for that
imagine they
reason.
lip sync.
Can you imagine? Next on the runway in her Beyonce look is Miss Selena Estides. Estides.
I love this look. I think it would have probably been more effective without the Ru heads.
The what?
The Ru heads at the Grammys.
The Grammys. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, this is a me kind of outfit. I thought the dress was too short, the fabric looks cheap, and I hated her hair.
Damn.
Sasha Colby now, I mean, she's turning a look, and like Michelle said, once again, that it was really a spot-on look, and she's serving all of it.
Literally looking at this picture, girl, I'm gagging because literally from here, girl, it's Beyonce.
But I am gonna say this, much to dismay, and I'm friends with Sasha, the hairline, other than that, it's a good look. Next we have Marsha on the runway.
This is a
Hated it!
It's just like the color is off. I think even the fact that there's 2 sleeves.
Beyonce aside, it's just not my favorite look.
I'll tell you this. I love the fact that she was very confident in her modeling.
You were such a liar. Next on the runway, Miss Anitra.
I love the colors. I love the cape. I love that she chose something that was more recent Beyonce that you would remember. I love the hair. I like that she wore the glasses.
I thought it was an okay look. I mean, I thought it was the best way to describe it. I think it was a safe look. I mean, I wasn't crazy about it. I didn't think it was spectacular. I thought it looked great. Next, we have Miss Malaysia Baby Doll Foxy Brown. Here it is, a black and white creation. What do you think about this?
I like this one. I remember her doing this on the Run tour.
Yeah, you know all of this.
Yeah, this look was iconic, and I think she did a great job, even like matching the lines on the bottom. She did a great job.
I wish that maybe the hair was in the back, not so much in the front.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I thought it was a good look. I thought it was another safe look. The runway was good. And finally, we have Miss Lucy LaDuca. Here it was. The one thing you could have done was have the belly.
Maybe she does have the baby bump, but then she just put the corset on over it. So
you're smothering the baby. That's what you recommend.
Maybe the baby likes a tight spot.
Girl.
The color is not, I'm like, for a simple look, I think the simpler the look, the more important you need to pay to the details. The color, you have to nail, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're not, you know, Beyonce looking, or you're not the type who can pull off a Beyonce look, here's the moment. Beyonce had this belly. It would recreate the moment.
You don't think she looks exactly like Beyonce?
If I close my eyes.
No.
Who do you think is the one that you're like, I'm gonna give it to her?
My bitch, Sasha. The outfit is right, the body is right, the shoes are right. She did it right, honey.
Now, which look needed the most work?
Girl, I'm gonna say Marsha.
First of all, this look doesn't even read to me as Beyonce. I guess I'd have to be a super Beyonce fan to remember it, but also just a bad runway look. So it's just kind of like she didn't think it through for this particular challenge.
Some days on the runway, you just wanna run away. I'm working on an album.
Oh, God. Another bitch making an album? Do we really need it in the world? So after the judges' critiques, we find out that this week the winner is your girl, my girl too, Sasha Colby, getting her third win and second win back to back. Do you agree?
I agree.
Her runway was much better than her performance, but I'll give it to her because I didn't find so much fault with her original interview. So I'd have to agree with the judges on this one. Now I'm gonna ask you this, being a big Sasha stan, do you think that she's met the expectations that people have had of her on this season?
I feel like she's been doing a fantastic job. But I know Sasha, and Sasha's from the pageant world, and so it's giving when you think you know what you think you thought you knew. Well, it's not fully there. She's
given prelim night. Now, your honest opinion, do you think this is the end of Lucy?
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you this.
Tell me what?
I once saw a movie when someone died and she came back as a phoenix. Sometimes you gotta lose some challenges to drive you mad. And then you die on the sidewalk and rise as a phoenix. Maybe that's what's happening in a couple of weeks with Lucy.
Okay, and sadly the bottom two is Malaysia and Selena, and they're forced to lip sync two single ladies.
Oh, something you should know a lot about.
Listen, I've had relationships in my life, okay?
With who?
They're all dead now.
They were probably dead when you dated them too.
No, bitch, they died from shame.
Okay.
Nonetheless, it's but here they are, single ladies, this is a moment. This broke my heart. This hurt me on a level, and I'm gonna say this opinion that might be controversial, but I don't care. They should have sent both their asses home. I thought it was horrible. Here it was, Beyonce at the Grammys just thanking the gay community. She's gonna take it back. She's gonna take it back after watching these two do this number.
Selena f***ed up.
Yeah.
And Malaysia f***ed up.
I thought for sure she was gonna send them both home. But in the end, Selena's safe. Do you agree that Selena was the right choice? Because there was moments when Malaysia wasn't necessarily trying to do the choreography. But I thought that she was kind of evoking the song.
The ladies might be single after that.
I felt that as though she was panicking. In her defense, she did apologize to Beyonce at the end of the number. But I guess maybe the adrenaline was rushing and she just went, I gotta go into Beyonce mode and let me do anything that I have seen and try. So I can't fault the bitch. So sadly, we must say goodbye to Miss Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. So she's out of here. Did you enjoy her this season?
You know what? I love Malaysia, and I'm gonna say this.
Yes.
When I was going through everything, season 12, and I was doing my live videos, Malaysia was there and
the biggest cheerleader.
She was one of my biggest cheerleaders ever. Malaysia, we love you.
She should be proud of herself.
She should be very proud of herself. Yeah.
Who is your front runner now? Is it still Sasha Colby?
Sasha is still my front runner, but with but who knows with the tie?
Okay.
With the tie, we have 3-3.
All right.
I'm not letting it go.
They not. All right, no, don't
I'm
let it go.
not letting it go.
You're sticking
Free,
to it. Well, Jaida, thank you for joining me today. And I'm about to say something that I did not expect to say. This was so much fun. I didn't say you were pretty, bitch. I did not.
So the jury's still out.
The jury is still out on that one. But this was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me here at the Pit Stop. And don't be a stranger. We'd love to have you back.
Absolutely, of course. I would love to be back and take your job. Bitch.
Security, don't touch me. I'm not done yet. Sit the down. Don't you know anything about interviewing?
No.
And thank you all for watching. Make sure you tune in next week here at the Pit Stop where we review another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15. See you then.
Can I hug you now, bitch?
Don't hug me. Well, we could touch briefly. Come closer.
What a pleasure.
What
What a pleasure.
Come on, let's go.
I'm still in this cup.
Yeah, we got this. Take the cup.
It's synthetic. I knew I should have opted for human.
Oh.
There's something about human hair.
Mm-hmm. It belongs to dead people.
Sometimes the living. That's why you get their thoughts when you wear it.
Girl, I have donated more pubic hair
Damn.
to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Okay.
That's where Monet is getting all those wigs.
Those little pussycat wigs. I manscape and Monet gets a new wig.
Have you ever smelled her wigs?
No.
Pussycats?
No, they're
bitch.
authentic.
They're pussy cats, mama.
Smell like a dead cat.
Oh, hey, everybody, it's Michelle Visage. Do you want Emmy-nominated gay? Well, then subscribe to RuPaul's Drag Race on YouTube.